Good evening, my friends. Hello. Did you know that I am a writer? Yes, when I am not talking about vampires on the internet or editing other people's writing or, caring for my child, I write novels. And I just signed off on a 3-book publishing contract for a series. The first book will be out later this year, and I want to tell you all about it. But I'll try to keep this short. So, firstly, it's being published by Falstaff Books, which is an amazing small press publisher that focuses on speculative fiction, like monsters, apocalypses, sci-fi, superheroes, urban fantasy, horror, all kinds of fun stuff. They call themselves the misfit toys of fiction. You should definitely check out some of their other titles if you're into that sort of thing. And, I'm into that sort of thing. Sort of. Just a bit. So, my book, the first in the series of 3, is called The Company of Death. Tentatively. That may change. The publisher may change it. Things are always changing in publishing. Before you ask, yes, it does have vampires in it. I mean, come on, it's me. But I actually came up with the idea for my series before I ever started doing vampire reviews. Yeah, this book's been a long time in the making. But it's finally here. The premise of the story is that the vampire apocalypse and the zombie apocalypse have happened at once, and everyone is undying. So where does that leave Death? Death himself. Yeah, the Grim Reaper, this guy. He's having a bit of a crisis. A friend of mine actually drew this for me based on my book. She was beta reading it for me, and then she did fan art because she is amazing. I love you. So, you know that saying that's like, write what you want to read, but you can't find anywhere? Well, I wanted a story about Death as a main character that wasn't humor or comedy. And a story where he's the only Death that ever was, not some human who becomes Death or a world where there are multiple deaths. I couldn't find any like that. Do you know any? If you do, please tell me. So I wrote my own. I took my favorite character and then I stole everything he loved and made him absolutely miserable. Because as a writer, that's what you do. It's great. It's so much fun. So, in this world of undeath, his powers get stolen, and the book's protagonist is actually a normal person who gets caught up in Death's crisis, and she has to help him figure out how to get his powers back. Meanwhile, she's also dealing with her own problems and trying to solve her own goals. As you do. It's actually kind of a road trip story. And while Death and the protagonist are on this journey, they are joined by a human, an android, and a vampire. A friend of mine who was beta reading for me actually once called it Gothic Wizard of Oz, and yeah, I can kind of see it. Oh, yes, there are also androids in this world, and personified cosmic forces, and it's a monster mash. What else would you expect from me? Anyway, the first book is coming out this fall, and once the title is finalized by the publisher, I will definitely tell you what the actual title is. It may be The Company of Death. It may be something even cooler, so you'll know what to look for if you want to order this book. It will be out in ebook, print, and audio, and you should keep an eye on my Twitter because that is where I make most of my announcements. And if you have any questions, please ask them in the comments. I'm sure there are a million things that I'm forgetting to say right now. And as I get more news and a cover for my book and all those other sorts of fun things down the line, I will definitely be sharing them with you. I'm so excited. Thank you for all of you for watching my show and supporting me. I know you're not all readers and this may not interest all of you, but for those of you who does, I am super excited to share my book with you and my series. So first book in the series, fall, mid to late fall. Publishing is a very slow business, so that's crazy fast already, and I'm so excited. If it comes out before Halloween, oh my God, you guys. Second book year after that, third book year after that, and who knows what I'll come up with next. So if you like spooky stories about monsters with feelings, have I got a book for you. I can't wait to tell you more. As soon as there's more news, you'll hear from me again. Thank you. Good evening.